Hello. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Man, we got a lot of people in here right away. Chu, how you doing? Welcome in. NC, always first here. Look at you. Kevin's here too. Good to see you. From Florida. Florida, North Carolina. Wow. We're getting the whole East Coast here. I don't think anyone out west is quite ready yet. All eating dinner or something, maybe? Not sure. Chu, NC, Kevin. Steven's here. Hey, Steven. Shadow's here. Good evening indeed. Hi, Becca. Becca's here. Everybody's here. Wow. So, there's stuff out here. This is only a little bit, but Becca and I went with my parents to a coin show this weekend. It was in Devon's, Mass. I don't know. I forget who hosts it. Hold on. What are they called? It's not EBW. Who is it? It's, I actually don't know who actually hosts it. But, it was one of the shows on this card. This was the Devon's, Massachusetts show. I think it's these guys who do it. And they have a big one, I think, twice a year. Anyway, we went to the Devon's Mass one this Sunday, and we got a bunch of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Lots of little things, but things nonetheless, as you can see. Some of it's laid out here. A lot of it is staying, or a lot of it's not actually out because some of it's just going to be giveaway stuff, and I'm not really going to show it off right away. But this stuff, we did pick out a bunch of silver stuff. I picked a few things out for my personal collection. Becca got some things that we're just going to show and then she'll take later. But basically, these are a few things we got from the show and then got later. I've been looking for little 1 gram bars for a while that don't cost like $5 a piece. So we found a dealer there who was pretty much at spot for little 1 gram bars, so it was a done deal right there. A lot of these we will be giving away. Some are Becca's. I think they're in a separate bag. And but hey, I wanted to be able to throw some little tiny bits of silver out. So these are all 1 gram pieces. They had the Seated Liberty ones, a Buffalo one, the Mercury. These are all way smaller, but super tiny, but smaller than the real ones, but they still look pretty good. A little 1 gram, either rounds or bars. I like the Seated Liberty ones. I'm going to keep one, so definitely going to keep one. They had a Scottsdale one I picked up. With a lion on it. Probably my favorite was this little Buffalo dollar one. There you go. Little 1 gram Buffalo dollar. Actually, I'll put it over here. It's too shiny for that, but little 1 gram bars. Some of these, again, will be rewards for the date guesses and stuff like that. And I have a ton of other stuff that I got, but this is just the silver stuff. And then for those of you who have watched the Mandalorian show, you might notice this pattern. This is a 1 ounce silver bar. This is the Beskar ingots they made in the show. And I saw it and I wanted it. It was on Whatnot, so I got it. I don't usually get novelty silver, but I think I made an exception for this one. It's always nice to have a big chunky bar, you know, every so often. Lots going around, lots going on. NX hosts that coin show. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Good to see you, Deborah, by the way. Good luck and hello. Hey, Marshall. I, too, picked up some stuff that looks very similar. Is it silvery? That's the real question. I was talking with a guy there. We were bonding over star notes, talking about them and all that. And I mentioned, that we just found we got onto coins, or talking about how I just found a Liberty V-nickel. And I said, it's unfortunate I haven't broken the 1800 mark though yet, and he dug through his little box real quick, pulled out an 1896, said here on the house. So nice guy. Really appreciate that. And he's thinking about opening a coin shop, actually somewhat close to me. There's not a lot of good coin shops in Connecticut, at least not on my side of Connecticut, and he has expressed interest in doing that. So I'm going to be kind of, following him around a little bit and seeing how well that goes for him, because I'm very curious. I got his card. I'm going to go check him out at other shows I go to, but little random thing. I saw a King George V here, 1 penny, or 1 cent, Canadian large cent. It's actually in pretty nice shape. There's so much stuff in these little bargain bins at these coin shows that I just had to grab it. So, nice and cheap. Good to see you too. I like the Seat of Liberty silver round. Yeah, I think these are cool. Front and back, they just got good design. I'm going to keep one, but one of you might be the lucky one who gets to take the other one home. I think my plan is that I have a bunch of other rewards for date guessing. The plan is if the silver will come out if someone nails it right on the money. I think that's fair. So, other than that, I got a ton of other stuff to give out, but the little bars, Valcomies here, these are the part of the breakable bars, or they, it's kind of like Hershey's chocolate. You just break a gram off, and these ones are pre-broken already, but I neglected to ask someone who had one of the unbroken sheets of them how much they wanted, and then I got distracted by other stuff and never went back. By the time I remembered, they had closed up. So a few other things I just grabbed. This 62 was not from the coin show. It's in very nice shape. This was actually a whatnot buy, and everyone in that stream was going to let it go for $6 in this condition. So I bid it on $6 and took it. It's pretty close to spot. I'm not complaining about it. Got this 1951 Roosevelt dime. These are silver, 90% silver. I think I got this for, it was half of 4. I got it for $2 on that one. And then the last thing I grabbed, last thing that I'm keeping I grabbed, I got a 5 cent Canadian 1916. I believe these are silver. I didn't actually check yet though. It's got King George V on it. A little dirty on this side. It's got the right color for it, but I'm actually not too sure. I know most things in Canada this old are silver, but we're going to have to confirm that at some point. So those are a couple of little things. On to the big thing, though. I'm not going to go through everything we got because it would take the entire stream. But the other big things I grabbed, first to least impressive to most impressive, I guess, are the most things I'm most excited about. I grabbed, this was just something, I didn't know they even made notes. This is a Soviet Union note there, blended on it. It says 1961 down here. Haven't deciphered it. I don't know exactly the denomination or anything like that, but, the name of the actual currency. I don't know if they still use ruble or they changed it or what, but I just thought it was neat. It was like 50 cents. It was half off, so I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll grab it. Something I was looking for, I picked up a Canadian $2 bill. This is a 1954 printed in Ottawa. We talked about $2 Canadians a while back and how I've been looking for one. I got this one for a pretty decent price, so I talked them down a little bit and grabbed it. I think I paid like $8 for this one. So it's in pretty nice shape for 1854. It's definitely been circulated a little bit, but no big folds or anything like that, and it came in plastic, so I can't complain about that at all. And the big one, the thing Couldn't help myself. Oh, we'll put it that way. Couldn't help myself. Good for you, Luke. Always buy the best that you can afford. Yeah, you're right. The best that we can afford. That's kind of what I did here. Well, it was the best one at the show. I'll say that, because I did look around and I tried to pick the best one out. The best one at the show that would not break the bank. I finally got my hands on a Black Eagle. I pulled the trigger on it, and it is graded. It's a very fine 30. I'm glad I bought it graded, and I didn't get a loose one and had to, just take someone's word for the grade. I splurged a little bit. We got a very fine 31, graded by PMG, and it looks pretty nice. It's got a couple little tiny folds you can kind of see if you look close. It's not perfect by any means, but from a good, 1 foot distance, it's perfect. And that's what matters. I'm very happy with this one. I've been looking for an affordable Black Eagle for a while. I was able to talk the guy down a little bit from what he wanted, and I think I walked away pretty happy. I didn't regret it at all. So, and the fact that it's graded already, they only appreciate from here. Here's the back, tiny bit of staining there, tiny little bit, but overall it's all the details there, the colors there, it's very nice, I think. Actually, it's very fine. My bad. But been hunting for one for a while that would not hurt my bank account, and this was the best option I had. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna pull the trigger and buy it. I was gonna go through and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I was the reason I brought a bunch of cash to that show was I was looking for a kilo bar of silver, but no one actually had a kilo. So I didn't walk away with a kilo, but I did see this, and I'm like, okay, since I'm not here to buy a kilo, I might as well buy something big that I've been wanting, and I pulled the trigger on the Black Eagle, so I'm very happy with it. I'm glad I did it. Another one for the large note collection, and they were very careful with it. They had the graded sleeve in another sleeve, so you don't scratch the graded sleeve, you scratch the sleeve for the graded sleeve. So it's pretty well protected now. Again, it's not the highest grade in the world, but a very fine 30, something made in 1899. I'm pretty happy with it, and at least I know it's completely genuine. That was one of the big reasons I went with one of the graded ones instead of one of the loose ones at the show. One was, these look nicer, and two, I know this is definitely real. It's genuine, and if you want, you can scan the barcode, you can go on their website, and you can find this exact note. They're all given an ID, so you can check the verification of this exact note. They're all documented on their website, so I'm happy with that. Very happy with it. No regrets on that front. But we got a bunch of other small stuff, a bunch of other coins. Some of them you guys will see when I take out your prizes for the date guess stuff. A lot of it we bought for you. You guys just have to win it. Becca also got a bunch of stuff. She got some coins. We got her some Austrian notes for her family heritage. So that was one of our goals there, was to find Austrian coins and notes. So, but for now, those are the ones I picked out to show you for now. And then as we go, I'm sure I'll pull some more out from time to time, just to let you guys in on some of the other things we found. But for the most part, you will see most of them. Most of the stuff we bought was for you guys, so you'll find it, or you'll see it when we do giveaways and stuff like that. So he's like, Gillette razor is the best thing I can get. All about that silver. What did you pick up this week, Steven? What'd you get? In coin rolls, you find junk silver. When you buy the best. Yeah, exactly. I don't buy junk silver. I find it. Well, unless it's a really good deal. That is a nice note. Will look great matted and framed on the wall. It will be framed. That is the plan for that one. And then the plan is, whenever I find or I get my hands on a better one, I will replace it, and the best one will be framed, you know, all the time. Also, something I went out and got today, we got more dollar bills. Something I noticed is this third strap in the middle here has a bunch of new ones, and I flipped through them real quick. I think we got a couple consecutives in here. Besides that, everything else seems pretty well circulated, so I have my hopes up for some star notes. They do also seem to kind of... No, that one's all not right at all. I didn't actually flip through the other ones yet, so I don't know if there's stars in here at all. I'm hoping there are. But first things first, we'll do what we're all here for, you know. We'll open our first nickel box, get a good look at what we're looking at here. And then, as usual, we'll be just flip-flopping. We'll do some nickels, do some dollars, and jump back and forth until we are satisfied, until we're tired. Try not to cut into those rolls. There we go. Nice. 28, hey, how you doing? Welcome in. You just missed show and tell, but I'm sure I won't be able to help myself, and I'll take some of the stuff out again just to show it off, so don't worry. What are we looking at? What do we got? A lot of newer enders. I've seen a couple 2023s. Do see some older design here. A lot of older reverses. So that can be good. About a good mix of new stuff and old stuff. Older, yeah. I don't know, we'll see. Can't judge a book, right? We'll just start grabbing and going. See what we can get our hands on. I'm thinking it'll be okay if we're zoomed this far out, right? I don't know. Let me know if... Let's get a little feedback this time around. How the camera looks and all that. Like, would we be better off if I put the camera closer, or what's going on? So, don't be afraid to be talkative today. Let me know what we're all thinking here. Okay, someone remind me what I'm looking for. Was it 83s I'm looking for that die clash? I think it was it Otis who said that last time? Or was it Deborah who found one? Obviously we'll be setting our 64 Denvers aside. We're looking for silver, war nickel silver. 2024 Denvers, 2024 Phillies, either or is fine with me. I prefer the Denvers, but we'll take either. Anything pre-1960 will go right into our collection. What else? 2009, modern low mintage. What else? Oh, Buffaloes. More V-nickels, maybe? Dare we ask for back-to-back boxes of V-nickels? It's not a bad 61, but I think we can do better. We'll open a couple of these. Then we'll grab a strap of dollar bills. We'll go through those, and then we'll go from there. Buffalo would be great to find tonight. That's what I'm saying. What did we get last time? Last time we got a Buffalo. We struck out on silver, right? From the last boxes we did. I think we had just the one Buffalo, the V-nickel, but no silver. But we also had the 2009s, the 2024 Denver. Oh, that's out of focus. It's a little better. That was the 83. Philly. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. We found the V-nickel. I think one Buffalo. 2009s and 2024s. Is that it? Everything looks fine to me? Okay. Yes, 1983 floating die card. Got it. Yeah, I remember the spot to look on the coins, so. Question, did you mail out the $1 blue note? I mailed them all out today. Completely forgot to do that this weekend, so I mailed them all out today. Don't worry, they are en route. That goes for everyone. Everything got sent out at once. So you will get it, don't you worry. 83. Not that one. But that was a good show. It was definitely it was bigger than the first one I went to. The first one I went to was in Auburn, Mass. A few weekends ago. This one was quite a bit bigger. But had a lot more dealers, a lot more options. We were there for... Oh boy. Got there... Becca, help me out. When did we get there? Was it was around 11, I think, right? Just after 11? And we were there until about 2:30. We still didn't get to see everything because some vendors started packing up before we could see everything, but we got to see most of it. That's what's important. Alright, got a collection find here. First one, 57, Philly. Number 1. 81, 96, and 2001. Okay, thanks. I have my wife keeping a lookout for it. Awesome. It should be there by the end of the week or early next week. And then you never know, if you win something this week, you'll be looking out for even more. Okay. Red Roberts, hey, how you doing? New picture. Look at that. I haven't looked. I can just see the different colors. I can't tell what it is from here, but nice. Good to have you here. Don't worry, you'll get some guessing opportunities to stream. That's the plan. We got lots of new stuff to give away, so hopefully some of it's interesting to you guys. And I think what we'll do is we'll have a separate prize pool for people who guess right on the money. That will be the pool that has silver and stuff in it. And some of the more valuable stuff that we bought. 82 and 23. Bunch of new stuff, but hey. You never know what you'll pick in these boxes. I told International Stacker about your channel. Did we talk about that last time? I feel like that sounds very familiar. That channel name. Appreciate it. We're having our Coin Club show this Saturday, May 3rd, here in Lexington, North Carolina. It's at the Davidson County Rec Center. Be there, P Square Eagle Coin Club. You know what? If I find myself in North Carolina this Saturday, I'll be there. 100%. You can count on it. I don't have any more money. I just spent it on my Black Eagle, but I'll be there for emotional support and definitely not to buy anything, because everyone knows that when you walk into a coin show, it is completely possible to walk out with nothing. 100%. It's not like there's this force that really just pushes you to buy everything in sight. 75. What we got here? That's a beauty 63. Look at that. That's like a first strike or something. That's got high edges. It's got steps too. Look at that. That's a beauty. Oh, maybe it'll be a quad die. Oh, sharp though. Is this the proof font on the 63? Because this background looks pretty mirrored. That would be cool. Oh wait, no, they didn't make 63 proofs, did they? Hold on, maybe I'm thinking of 64s. I know, well no, they did make 64 proofs, didn't they? It's a Philly proof, though. That's the thing. That's why they're tough. 63, they did make proofs. I still really struggle to figure out which one of these are proofs. Because that's a very nice background. When I find another 63, we'll compare it to it. That's a beauty. I might have a bunch of proofs that I just don't know of. Tricky. Denver, 1941 Denver. Picking some stuff out. That's nice. It's a barn quilt, if you know what that is. If you don't, it's a flag. That's great. I'm asking a little bit how far that is right now. Hey, by all means, hey, you guys meet up. Get it done. Let me know what's there. Maybe I'll buy something anyway. Will you ship to me? That's the real question. Got a thick edge here, but it's not quite struck off center enough to be something. 5, 7, 3, 64 Denver. I got to see a repunch 64 Denver finally, so I actually know what they look like now. I mean, I knew what they looked like, but I never seen one in person and not just pictures, so now I at least have seen one in person with my own eyes. Well, my own magnifying glass eyes. So I can actually know what I'm looking for. Because I know there's a bunch of different style of repunched ones. Some are more valuable than others. But I always struggled with what's a repunch and what's a, just machine doubling. But I think once you see a real repunch, you know the difference pretty easily. But that was my problem. I'd never seen a real one in person, so I'm glad I got to see one. You buy something, I'll ship it to you. Do you have a table, NC? I'm hoping to, at some point, have enough interesting things I've accumulated to have a table at a little show. I think it would be fun. $95.72 Denver. $87.92. $64 Philly. $15.23. I'd never seen a repunch. Yeah, I didn't either. Basically, what it is these 64s. Well, they did repunch mint marks on some other coins, but the 64 Denver is a popular one. So basically, what happened was you'll see a Denver mint mark just like that, and then underneath it, you can kind of see where there was another Denver mint mark underneath it. So what they did was they accidentally, struck some too soft or in the wrong spot or whatever their excuse was. And basically, they took a bunch of these coins, they went back through, and they stamped around top of them again. So you can kind of see the other mint mark peeking out from underneath this one. This isn't one, but you would be able to see it kind of at an angle, like the corner of the D there would be poking out the left side a little bit, and yeah. So that's pretty much what we're looking for, but for now, I don't throw every single 64 Denver under the microscope right away. I just make a pile because 64 Denver is a fairly common coin. Odds are if you get a handful of nickels, one of them is going to be a 64 Denver. They're that common. Here's a 64 Denver right there as we're talking about it. The problem is a lot of them are just squished by now, so it's kind of hard to tell, but a real repunch will kind of stand out, especially maybe not by the naked eye. It was really hard to see, but as soon as you put it under the microscope, you can see it. So if I do find one, I will point it out, don't you worry. Right now I just have a box going of all 64 Denvers, and I'm going to go through it and just check all the repunched mint marks at the end, or at some point. I'll have to do a cull soon, because I probably have a whole box of nickels of just 64 Denvers at this point. Probably. No table for me, but I'll help set up and tear down. Oh, okay. I was hoping maybe I could get an in on the deals early, you know? Do you like constitutional silver over generic rounds or bars? I want to say yes, but I also don't mind stuff like official government minted silver rounds or bars. It's more, the reason I like constitutional is because usually it's sold for closer to spot, first off. And second, it's easily identifiable. So if you do want that smaller scale, I guess, or something like that, or smaller pieces that you can stack, and, you know, God forbid, end of the world apocalypse happens and people are trading silver, you know, a silver quarter is widely recognizable, or even the dimes and stuff like that. So in terms of stacking, I don't mind either way, but usually I can get my hands on constitutional silver a lot easier for closer to spot. Usually if I'm going to buy official, like Scottsdale Mint stuff has a decent premium on it, or government minted silver eagles are not exactly cheap. So here's a very nice 1939. By the way, that's what I was trying to show. There it is. It looks like a modern coin. Check for the double die. If there's ever one to be a double die, it should be this one, but not looking like it. Fate has not smiled on us today, but that is a beautiful 1939, so we will take it. I do like constitutional silver, and I think it barely edges out the generics. I don't usually buy novelty stuff. That's not really my thing. I did buy one this last week because I couldn't help it. But usually, most of those I don't like. Most of them. I like the stuff that's got classic American designs on them. Classic American designs. I like seeing the American Eagle on stuff. Things that mimic the Buffalo nickels, and I'm just starting to get into silver eagles and collecting those, so maybe stacking them if for the right price. But generally I like constitutional because I have a chance to find it as well. Like, all of my constitutional half dollars have been found. I haven't bought a single one. So I like having that part of my stack as completely, you know, face value. But at the end of the day, silver's silver. You know, stack how you want, but I think I prefer constitutional. That was a long way of saying I think I prefer it, yeah. But it's usually just wherever the deal is. If it's a dollar over a spot for an ounce, I'm gonna buy it, you know? I don't care what it is. Unless it's really ugly, because some novelty stuff is just horrible, but in my opinion. But also, a lot of that novelty stuff, people are asking for a $10 premium on it, so yeah. Problem is, Luke, you have to be able to sell the coins, not just buy it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm kind of hoping to be able to, you know, find more stuff to get rid of, you know? Or I just need to learn to let go. But yeah, I'm working on it. We're getting there. I'm starting to get to the point where I have a lot of things that I wouldn't mind, you know, reselling and trying again on. 63 Denver, not quite. Or, you know, using the money to buy other stuff. And also, I want to have a table at coin shows to see, you know, to put up a little buying flag and see what comes in the door, what people want to sell. See if I can get constitutional silver that way, you know, for closer to spot or at spot or under spot. That's a nice 64. Very nice. 2. Because I wouldn't be opposed to doing it that way. Because, you know, everyone marks up their silver, so if you can make someone's day by liquidating their stack for them, you know, having a bunch of cash to give them, fair deal for them, fair deal for you, then that's a good way to buy silver too. I've been trained to say constitutional to that question. You've been trained well. Good job. Very good job. Problem with the 64 Denver is that Denver is always full of smack. Yeah, exactly. That's why you kind of need to look for the one that peeks out the side and hope you find that one. Because there are a couple different ones. It's just, they're not all easy to see, especially with how dirty those are. It's basically a little pocket that just catches dirt over time. Dent is not clipped. Another nicer 64, but not as nice as the other one. 83. Why do I have hiccups? Where did those come from? 13. It's a small show, so you can find some great deals. That's what I noticed at the second little show I went to. I went to a show at a VFW. There was only like 6 tables. And they just want to move stuff. They just want to make a sale. So usually you can get great deals there. Oh, hey, a buffalo. No, that's not a buffalo. That tricked me. That was Jefferson's hair. At this angle, it looked like it. It's the right color, too. My bad. Oops, spoke too soon. There's a lot of these nice 64s in here. What's going on there? That one's not as nice, but really thought that was a buffalo. That tricked me from this angle. Hey, it's a 1941 Philly. There was a variety on 41s I was supposed to be looking for. Or I was looking for last time. I just can't remember what it was. Was it 41? maybe it wasn't 41. I think it was, I was thinking about the silver, 43. 40, yeah, the 3/2. Well, that's a 41 Philly. I'm sure there is something I can look for on it, but it's not pretty. It's a nice 66. But this is a good way to find inventory for shows because you pick out nice enough coins. 6-4 Denver looks good. So, yeah, you're looking for just another Denver mint mark kind of hiding underneath the current one. That's really what you're looking for. Philly 13 piece. Plan on getting Littlefoot a few rolls from the ladies at work tomorrow. Keep them busy for an hour or so. That's very nice of you. Very kind of you. I'm still trying to convince Becca to get me stuff from her bank. But she's too shy to ask. So I might have to go with her. Nice 61, kind of, but it's ruined. Yeah. I love the Aztec rounds. They're so intricate. I have seen those before. Those are nice, yeah. But stuff like that, I don't have a problem with the way it looks. It's just, it's the price for what it is. I mean, I know silver will probably eventually be that, you know, $50 I spend on the round, but it isn't $50 now. Because right now, like, with my current, like, situation, I have to get silver that is economical to get. That it has to make sense for me to spend it right now. So the Eagle was kind of you know, an out there thing where, you know what, I want it, I'm just gonna get it. That's one we're gonna be working off for, you know, it's gonna, yeah. It's gonna be working off. But it's a nice Eagle. It'll only appreciate if I keep it nice in its packaging, so. That's another nice thing about coins and currency. It never really loses value. It only goes up. Only goes up. 19. What is the most impressive nickel you have found in a roll? Impressive nickel. Oh boy, so many to choose from. Well, I guess it depends on your definition of impressive. As in, if it's the most beautiful nickel I've ever seen, if it's the most impressive find I found, like surprising find. It's very bad quality, but I guess I'll check for the tie clash. The rarest thing? Rarest nickel I've ever found? I guess it kind of depends on, yeah, what your definition of that is. It's an 83. That's dieware, isn't it? Yeah, that's dieware. I can trick you sometimes. Kind of looks like a repunch, but it's not. Or a double die, but it's not. The giveaway is it's on some, but not all. So yeah, not quite. $59 Denver. We have about 30 tables or so. Okay, that's not small at all. Well, at least relative to the ones I've been to. I'm gonna have to clean that one. That's right in the middle, average size. Because, I mean, I've been to the 6 table ones, and then I've been to the 70 table ones. It just, you know, it never, so 30 tables is kind of right smack in the middle. Oh, excuse that. Oh, hey, Matt, how you doing? Welcome in. Sorry, I missed you. I've been staring at coins and talking. Impressive find. And stop overanalyzing the question, which nickel you found was your favorite? Something you wouldn't have thought you'd find in a roll. Something I wouldn't have thought I'd find in a roll is different from my most impressive. Something I never thought I'd find in a roll was actually in a $half roll. Some of you guys were here for that. We found it was a full roll of 20 $half, but in between 2 of them was a guitar pick. Somehow made its way into the sorting facility, got past all the machines, found its way into a new roll of $half, and then was shipped to my bank specifically, which I just happened to pick up the box. I thought that was the one that I had never expected to find a guitar pick in a roll. But that's not nickels. That wasn't what you were asking. Nickels, favorite find out of nickels. Probably my first V nickel. I think it has to be. I think so. So that was something that was the point where I knew it was possible to find one, but I thought it would take me years to get one, and all of a sudden it was just there. And that hunt was also that was the exact hunt that I found a 1950 Denver. That's my second 1950 Denver. So we found the lowest minted Jefferson nickel and a V nickel in the same box, along with silver and buffaloes. It was an amazing box. So there's actually a little video on that in my channel. There's not a lot of videos on there, so it'll be easy to pick it out if you filter by just videos and not streams or anything. I did make a video of that like the live reactions in the video. That one's probably my favorite, or the thing that most impressed me, I guess. 2001, or I wasn't expecting it. It was just there, you know. It's like our last box with the V nickel. It was just all of a sudden it was there. You never expect it. I mean, the Indian head was fun as well, but you asked about nickels, so. Indian head penny. But favorite nickel, first V nickel. I mean, what else would I have found? I mean, we have a little treasure chest full of stuff that we weren't really supposed to find in circulation anyway. There's all sorts of stuff we pulled out. I have the box here. I'll show you it real quick. Some of these are just weird actual coins and nickels, but this is all stuff I found in rolls. This is a plastic penny. It is super, super light. I think that was actually in a nickel roll too. It wasn't even in a penny roll. This is a fake 1943 steel wheat penny. It is also plastic. That was it's not plastic. It's actually a stainless, I think. That was in a dime roll, or that was also in a nickel roll, I think. This is the guitar pick that was in the $half. I don't know what this is doing in here exactly. Oh, that's the love one. The heart one. This one was just belt sanded. That's the Galaxy Cat one. Cat in the background. Painted. This I think is actually an error. Was this the cap die that we were talking about? I think this is actually an error. Someone remind me what those are called. This is just the most mangled quarter I've seen so far. This is an arcade token. Piece of mirrored glass. This was in a penny roll. Let's see, mirror. This was jammed in a penny roll. What was up with this penny? Don't remember why this penny's in there, but I'm sure I have a reason, so I'm gonna leave it in there. So we have a little, box of knickknacks and stuff, weird things that we found. Can you find 90% or even 40% silver nowadays in $half Kennedy rolls from the bank? Yes, you can. Yep. I'll link the stream to you so you can see it. The best one we had. We found, well, that was an exceptional box, but usually you won't find 90%, you will find 40%ers, maybe one per box. It's a lot of work, just for $5 in silver, but if you're patient and you're consistent with it, you can get silver out of Kennedy's still. They've been picked pretty thoroughly, but you get lucky. You can get lucky. Our good box, Deborah, close your ears. She doesn't like hearing about this. Our best box was a collection dump. It had 5 90% silver $half. 3 were Walking Liberties, 1 Benjamin Franklin, and 1 90% Kennedy. And it had 13 40% Kennedy $half in it as well. Best box by far. And I was about to give up doing $half for a while when that box happened. So yes, you can still get silver out of $half boxes. You gotta be very lucky and you gotta be very patient. I'll link you that stream real quick. So if you want to save it for later to watch it. I gotta remember which one it was. Because I don't think it was the last $half stream I did, but it may be second to last, because I stopped doing them after that. I did stop doing them. Because now what I do is, when I get my $half boxes, I will open them real quick, and I'll just look at the ends, and if, if I see enders for silver, then I'll do it on stream. I think I have it here. Is it this one? Oh yeah, it's this one. Okay, let me save this one. Let's see if I can put it in the chat. Here you go. So save that one for later or something. You'll be able to watch the stream live. Or you'll be able to watch through what we found. But I think I also made a short on it, showing it off. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Because one of my best boxes recently, I think I found 6 40%ers in it. That was one of my best boxes. Here it is. This one. Copy that. And if you don't want to watch the whole stream, here's a recap of that hunt. Yes, cap die. Okay, thank you, Deborah. Can you get Franklin $half from the bank? You can if you're lucky. You can't really ask for them. I doubt most banks don't just hold really old rolls of silver and just give them to you. But you can find them in circulation. We found one. Well, it was in that one box, so. But the other box there, it was a double box hunt. The other box, completely nothing. You never know when you'll get a good box, so. And the key is really just volume and a lot of patience. It's pretty nice, 64 Denver. Looks real good. Real good. $23.63. See, that's the other 63. I bet you that one might be a proof. Here's this 63. Compare it to this 63. I mean, come on, that's gotta be a proof planchet, right? That looks too good. It's kind of mirrory. Surely that's a proof, right? I wish I could tell. I really do. Is that polished? I mean, come on. That's gotta be a proof. I've never seen one that nice. Because not even brand new ones look like that. See, look how thick the M is on this one. Let's compare it to that. Like, that's gotta be a proof strike, right? I mean, look at the difference. Those are both 63s. That top one has to be a proof strike. No explanation for that. I got some pics for you to show and tell. Send it over. I'll bring them up in a little bit. The only way you can get a Franklin $50 from the bank is finally get to doing $50 search. Yeah, exactly. You gotta hunt for it. Nothing gets handed to you. You gotta put the work in. Pretty cool toning on that. That's interesting. It is actually toned too. It's not painted or anything. Not usually into toned coins, but if they look good, might as well, right? It's a very worn down 83. Wow. Very worn down. It's been through the ringer. Speaking of toned, another decent one. 23, 15, and 64 Philly. Okay. Yeah, if you got show and tell stuff, send it to me. I'll bring it up here in a minute. We're about halfway through this first box, so we're gonna stop to do we'll do a strap of $1 bills here in a second. Oh, there's a buffalo. That one is actually a buffalo this time. It's not a Jefferson's hair at a weird angle, you know. Got a buffalo. Nice. Let's get down to it here. That's good. It's not showing the date side, so we might be able to guess it. 08, 69. Alright, there it is. Doesn't look too bad, honestly. No mint mark. It's a Philadelphia. Let's see if I got a date on it. You wouldn't believe it. It has a visible date. Barely, but it's there. So we'll set it to the side. I think we got a date guesser. First Buffalo. Let's hope there's more. 98, 88, 72. $90. 23, 07, 87. There's an 83. 75, 73. Just watched your Kennedy short you posted. Sent it to my wife. Hope I can do a $50 hunt in a few weeks. Just prepare yourself for disappointment the first few times, because you might pick out a 40%er here and there, but most of it is just junk. It's either brand new stuff or a bunch of 1976s. But usually I might average one 40%er per box of $500. It's a good way to slowly stack silver for face value. If you got the patience for it, it's not a bad way to do it. It's a beautiful 79. Alright, nice. Not that. These are just good strikes. Put the 63s away. Let's tone good strikes up here. Okay. Actually, that's kind of organized. Maybe 1930 Buffalo. I don't know. Have to wait. We'll do a guess here soon. Might save it till the end of the box. We're moving along pretty good on this one. 83. $97, 21, 23. Good way to build muscles. The boxes are heavy. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, that looks kind of like a soft green. It looks a little too dark, though. I don't think that's going to be silver. Oh, it is silver. It was dark, but it's a good dark. This is a particularly dark one. It's good, though. Silver. Hey-o. Very nice. Yeah, whenever when my tellers get the boxes from the vault, a lot of them they'll struggle a little bit. So I'll always joke with them like, "Hey, at least you don't have to go to hit the gym this week or or whatnot." Mm-hmm. 2087. Let's get this silver out of here. It's a 43. 1943. It's the Philly. It's not the Denver. Still need that Denver. This is a dark silver, real dark. Check for 3/2. Don't see it. And for those of you wondering what I'm talking about, behold the red book. If you do not have a red book, there's a link in the description for you to get your own. It's essential coin collecting information. There is a variety of the 43 Philly where they stamped the 3 over the 2. Like they had a bunch of 42s, and they stamped the 3 over them. So there's a little bit of the 2 showing there. I think you might be able to see a bit of the back of the 2 too. But mostly you're looking at the this bottom edge of the 3, the last loop, for that extra little material. Oh, also we could check for the doubled I. I forgot about that one. This one's pretty worn down though. No, it might not matter. Don't see the doubled I either. It would be off to the left. Doesn't look like it. But hey, first silver nickel of the hunt. If you don't have a red book, pick one up. There's so much information in here, and it's got half dollars, dollars, quarters, everything you could ever need. And it'll give you some good varieties to look for as well when you're going to be picking out, when you're going to be hunting any kind of coins. So, get a red book. There's a link in the description if you want one. It sends me a couple cents when you do it. That money goes into buying things to give back to you anyway, so. Circle of life. Here's a 1947 Denver. $7.85.81. All right. He'll give me and my son some time together when I get home. Hey, that's good. And you know, whatever gets people into the hobby, you know. If you start them young, they'll be able to have some good collections by the time they're a decent age. Like I wish I started when I was younger. Well, not that I'm not young now, but even younger. Just imagine, you know, going at this pace, starting a few years ago, man, we'd have a lot of stuff. 2009, first one, to Denver. Take an 09 Denver any day. It's not pretty, but it's an 09. It's the date that counts. $86. $84. Silver. Dark Silver was my stage name. Not bad. It's a good one. Sent you a ridiculously high mint mark on a nickel and a foreign I found in a nickel bank box. Okay, let's pull it up. Let's see. Gmail. Show you what you got. Let's see what you got. Show and tell pics. Nice. That's what we like to see. Here, let's let me see if I can. There we go, and show and tell pics. There you go. Size it a bit better. Ridiculously high mint mark. Ooh, that's way up there, huh? It's like touching the, oh, you can't see my mouth. Yeah, it's like touching the, almost touching. Yeah, they're supposed to be like down right here. That one's up there. And then, oh, you found 10 Pfennig. 1949, Deutschland. Very nice. I have a ton of these little 1 Pfennigs from German Republic. I also have some German Empire stuff, like 1890 and stuff like that. There's got some interesting stuff there. Very neat. Cool stuff. That min mark is pretty high. I started collecting coins when I was 7, but I was able to get my dad to take me to the coin shop once a year. I took my birthday money. Hey, nice. Apparently the hobby stuck because you're still hunting boxes to this day. Collecting coins to this day. It's in the red book? Really? Hey Brenda, good to see you. Let's see, what is that, 75? Maybe I'll have to start looking for them. I don't see a 75 in the red book. Oh, I see it. It's not labeled, but they got the photo of it. Huh. Says it has a premium value, but it doesn't tell you what. What kind of value do they have on stuff like that? Maybe I'll check my 75s. That's cool. Yeah, there is a little snippet of it in the red book, but it's not actually a footnote or anything. It's just an added photo on that page with that date. Oh, what am I doing? I didn't show it to you. Here you go. Red book, it's on page 134. Normal, misplaced. But it doesn't have a 170 or 1975 Denver. There's no footnote attachment to this. It's just this photo. It doesn't have any other information on it besides that. So it is technically in the red book. What kind of premiums they got on those? Is it 1940? Why does that 4 look weird? Guess it's not. 40 Philly. 98, 96, 20. 12, 21. Cool beans. First one I've seen in a nickel box. Hey Maple, how are you? Welcome in. Good to see you. Thanks for nothing, Red Book. Some more info would be helpful. Yeah. The Red Book doesn't often let me down, you know. That's a 75. I gotta remember to check those. Red Book doesn't let me down too often, so I'll give it a break this time. 56 Philly. Good to have you here, Maple. So far, we got one Buffalo. We haven't shown the date on it yet, so we'll do a date guess on it soon. You guys will get a chance to win some stuff. I also, we did a little show and tell at the beginning of the stream of some stuff I got at a coin show. You missed it, but you can go back, but if you ask, I'll just pull them back out again soon, since we have more people here. One silver, 1943 Philly in this box so far, and a 2009 for good measure. Whole stack of collection stuff. And I have some other nice stuff on the side, set aside here. Not too bad so far. No 2024s yet. But silver and Buffalo, that's, you know, well on our way to the trifecta. Maybe another V-nickel and we'll have it. Well, we have the modern low mintage silver Buffalo trifecta, I guess, so. Hat trick. 3. Strike It Rich with pocket change says that coin in circulated condition is worth 150 bucks. Hey, nice. Good find, Matt. Good find. 150 is quite the nickel. Quite the nickel. You have good eyes, Matt. Surprised to see you on a Monday? Yeah, well, I had time. Usually Monday's my busy day of the week where I don't get out of work very early. Oh, fire or something. fire truck. It is laying on the horn. What is going on with that E? Oh, it's scratched, isn't it? There's like dye wear and scratching and everything going on with that one. Usually Monday I am at the shop for a lot longer, but I still was there for a full day, but I wasn't held longer. I could come right home. But I also I started at 7 tonight and not 6 like usual, so I needed a little bit of time once I got home to actually eat and shower and all that, so. But we're here. We're hanging out. I got 2 boxes of nickels, $500 in ones, and positive attitude. Here we are. Hey, for tuning in today. Hey, Brigden. Good to see you. Always a nice surprise. Good to have you guys. Might have to do a 100 sub giveaway. You really flying through those subscribers already, Matt? Man, what a YouTuber. Check the art studio. No, it's not them. Not them. Don't worry. Wanted to go to the bank to get a box of nickels from the bank today, but they were all closed when I got from work. Yeah, I run into that issue too around here. For some reason, banks, the lobbies insist on closing at like 3:30 around here, or 4 o'clock. And I'm thinking, why do they do that? Because most people get off work at 3:30 or 5 o'clock. So you're kind of just out of luck. You'll never get to the bank unless you go in the morning on the weekend. I don't know why they do that, but the drive-through services at the banks are still open around here. But as for my primary bank, they close up their lobbies at the most inconvenient times. So luckily, though, I have a secondary bank whose lobby doesn't close till 5, so as long as I get out a little bit before 5, I can make it there, which is what happened today. I was like, just stepped in the door about 2 minutes before they closed the lobby, and I said, I'm so sorry, I just need a couple hundred ones. And they're like, all right, no problem, don't worry about it. But yeah, I don't know. That's a problem I run into as well, is the bank lobby is closed too early sometimes. So if I have a busy week, I sometimes just don't get to the bank at all. I have to go on the weekend. And then I have all these coins to turn in, that I never got to. Liberté. I found a 1920 wheat penny with a 2001 San Francisco proof penny and 2 1913 wheat pennies and 1917 and a shiny 55 wheat penny. Wow. Oh, I mean 1920 Buffalo nickel. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Wow. Hey, good finds. Not bad at all. We'll take those any day. 1,000, 89, 23, beauty 64, beauty, 1588, 2000, 82, that's a Denver. 99, 03, 22, 21, 2000. There's an 83. 86, 98. 75 subs. Awesome. Hey. Good. Nice job. You're an agreeable person, Steve. I'd like to see the bank send a $50 box through the pneumatic tube in the drive-thru. Yeah, exactly. They'll send 5 rolls at a time. Ooh, got a trash bag in there. In my trash you go. That would be pretty comical. But they like me, but I don't think they'll do that for me. I'm not ever usually that desperate for coins, so. Not usually. Usually. It's an interesting tone color, too. 10s, 12s, to 64 Denver. 14, 16, 23, 18, 88, 73. 2017, 2003. So you have a new video today that helps with the subs. Yeah, it's really you just keep throwing stuff out there. I have a coin that's itching for a new home. MS70 NGC Double Eagle Half Tumble. That's rust. That's not silver or anything. It's just corrosion. Dirty, whatever you want to call it. Not corrosion, just dirt. Banks would get so mad at me if I asked for a box of coins through the drive-thru. Yeah, no, they won't do that. I mean, they know me by name now, you know, and all that, and I've been in there for months and months getting stuff from them. But and they're used to me coming in and dropping off my coins, but I don't think I don't think they'd do that for me. I don't know if I'd want to go through the hassle of sitting there and getting a couple rolls at a time of $50. 84, 73, 2000. I got 4 of them for a great deal, so I have 3 left. Wow. I say you're gonna spoil everyone for giveaways. You can't go back after that. You gotta, you can only do equal or better. There's a lot of very nice 64s in here. I'm setting them all aside. Like, almost, they look uncirculated. Not shiny anymore, but all the details there. 10, 21, 19. $11, 21. I want to find an Indian head penny. Can't wait. I have a goal to find one. I did too, and we found one. Just takes a lot of boxes. A lot of boxes. You'll find one. If I can find one, you can. I thought they were pretty cool. Won't find a tomback in a roll. Yeah, exactly. Maple, I am stupid. What is a tomback? It's their brass nickels. He sent me one. or of 2. What did you send me? I got them behind me. I actually have... I recorded me opening them. I'm going to make a video on it. Because I like how you do your recorded mail openings. I'm like, I can do that. I can be like Maple. I can do that too. Denver. 55. No, I want the Philly. Okay. Yeah, still 55, I guess. Denver. 15, 22, 18, 15, 19. Not a bad 62. 1,000. Imagine finding a 1913 V-nickel. Wouldn't that be something? What is that? It's a very Warren Jefferson. I think there are a couple out there, right? I remember reading that. Yeah, 5 known. Right there. Last one in proof 66 sold for $4.5 million in 2018, mind you. So that would probably be a couple million more now. So yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? But odds are, if I do find one roll hunting, it's going to be a fake. I will have a video showing those nickels that you gave me, Maple. So, and I plan on actually adding information to it. So, it'll be an informational video. It'll be part of the mail opening one. Brass nickels sound like a song. How long have you been streaming? We're at hour 29 right now. About an hour and a half. That one looked a little nicer than the others, so I figured I'd throw it under there. 76. Ooh. Didn't think that was old. It's a nice 57. Denver. Beauty. That one there. 22 and 91. I've got to come up with a better lighting solution. I can send you the lights I use. I got standing lights because these little lights weren't really doing it. And you know me, I'm cheap, so I get stuff that's affordable. If you want, I can send you a Amazon link to it. They work very well. I'm still working on getting shadows out of here, but these lights are like 2-3 feet away from the mat, so they work pretty good. Pretty darn good. Because if I shut them off, you'll see the difference pretty apparently of what I was streaming, how I was streaming before versus now. Got some grease. Got some grease buildup on this one. You can just tell by the finish on it. So not really enough for me to keep it though. I like them to be a bit more aggressive. Oh, 07. I could retire and buy a house if I find one. Yep. Yep. Hey, you never know what you'll find though, so might as well look. Can't find it if you don't look for it. My husband has searched 104 boxes of nickels, found 6 Liberty V, 51 Buffaloes, and 74 war nickels. Hey, that's some good averages. It's not too bad. Especially the 6 Liberty V nickels. Usually people don't get that many. Let's see, we've been doing like, on average, we've been doing 2 boxes a week all year. What does that put us at? 8, 16, about 32 this year we've done. We're 32 boxes in and we found 2 Liberty V nickels. I don't have an official count anymore of how many nickels we've gone through, but... And then, you know, a couple dozen silver and buffaloes thrown in there. No idea what those numbers are. I haven't really counted. I was keeping track for a while, but it's a lot of work. So I just said, you know what? I'm not going to count them anymore. We'll just count them every time. Every hunt. I want to order $2,000 in nickels from the bank. I would need a wheelbarrow for all that. Yeah, you would. They should let you, though. That way, if you're on a real hot streak, it should just keep going. Like if you gotta get a good batch of nickels. Because it kind of sucks when you have a really, really good box and then your next one's junk that you pick up the next week or whatever. That's a nice 56. Yeah, that's a good one. Denver, 64. On the other hand, if you're not having a good streak, it will probably keep being bad. There's an 83. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Couple rolls left here. We'll do a date guess on the buffalo, and then we'll crack into some dollar bills here. Give you all a chance to walk away with something nice today. I have a ton of lights. I just need to rearrange them. Oh, okay. I have a really shallow desk. I think my next thing is to get a wider desk so I have more room. Oh, that's silver. I didn't even see that edge. Probably should have. No, it's not quite green. It's in nice shape. That's probably why. Good detail on that. 42 maybe? Oh, it's 43. You see a 3/2? Don't think so. Check for the eye. There's a scratch there that kind of looks like it, but it's not. Hey, silver. This one's in much better shape than the other one. Oh, it's a 43 anyway. It's not a 42, so. Yeah, I don't know why I checked for the double die on the wrong one. Well, no, is that 43? The double die? Yeah, it is 43. Okay. But yeah, not on this one. But the edge, the color wasn't quite there. I didn't notice it from the edge. They sneak up on you sometimes. Look at the color difference between those. That one was really dark. That showed up immediately. Let's see what else we got in here. 64 Denver. 89, 21, 21, 23. Here's an 83. Thought I saw something. I didn't. Just my eyes doing stuff. Another 83. It's a nicely struck 83, but not the error. Silver. I hunted 145 boxes of pennies last year and found 15 Indians. Wow. Hey, 1 every 10 boxes or so? That's pretty good, actually. That's not a bad average at all. It took me way longer than 10 boxes to get my first one. I think I must have done... Ooh. Maybe not too much longer. Maybe it was 15, 16 boxes. Okay. Hey TPS, how you doing? Sorry I missed your message up there. I'm going back and looking. I got 30 boxes of 2024 Denver in a row. You lucky duck. That's not a bad nickel to get over and over again, you know. That's a moneymaker right there. Especially full rolls. I remember when that craze first started last year, people were getting the bank boxes of all 2024 Denver. They were selling for thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. It was wild. For $100 in nickels. Haven't gotten that lucky. I haven't gotten any bank boxes of all one thing yet. It's always been circulated. Even the $50 boxes, they are always at least a little bit circulated. $1943 Denver, isn't it the lower mintage one? 43 Denver is the lowest minted silver war nickel, but that's not a Denver. These are both Phillies. Both Phillies. The 43 Denver is the last silver I need for my book. I found the 50 Denver. I got the 39S. I got the 55 Philly. But I just can't find a 43 Denver. I need a 43 Denver and a 38S. This is the last two for my nickel book. I can find the rarest Jefferson nickel twice, but I can't find that. Another way to put it into perspective is I found 2 Liberty V nickels before I found a 43 Denver. Still haven't found it. Plenty of silver. Silver out the wazoo, but not a 43 Denver. But hey, keep looking, I'll find it. Just gotta keep going. I actually had to switch banks this past weekend. The bank I had been using told me they won't swap my coins anymore because it's impacting their commercial customers. Really? How does that impact their commercial customers? I don't understand. Do they mean like you're taking up boxes for the commercial customers? Like don't they order them in for you anyway? They should just hold other boxes for the companies, for businesses. That's what my banks do. I don't go in there and I just take whatever box they have. I always have them ordered ahead for me so I don't interfere with the local businesses. Nice find. Hey, thanks, Joe. Good to see you. No love for the hunter. They were a large bank in a small town. I went to the small bank in the small town, and they told me they would order whatever I need. The manager used to collect coins here with Pap. Oh, that's nice. You go where the tellers are more agreeable, where they'll actually be your friend, you know, and more than just your tellers. Because if they understand what you're doing, and they, you know, they're more than happy to do it, they're much easier to work with than tellers who don't understand it or just don't care enough to do it for you, to help you out. My bank down the road, I don't go to that one. It's the closest one to me. I will not use them because they're just nasty. They're so nasty. I don't understand why. Really don't. And even this was even before I even did coin stuff. They're so rude. Or maybe they don't notice it, but the way they talk to people is so condescending and snarky, right? And it's not just one. I think there's one good teller there, but they're never there. Not when I go, you know. The other tellers are just so rude. I don't know how they got hired to do that. So even for my basic transactions and other banking stuff that has nothing to do with coin roll hunting, I won't go there anymore. I go to different branches. I don't understand it. I was in there the other day. Actually, it was because it was right down the road and I wanted to turn in all those other $1 bills that we weren't going to keep. So I went in there and I said, you know, there's no one else in the bank. It was just me. It's not like they were busy or anything. I said, hey, I got these $1 bills. Can you just deposit it into my account? And he goes, oh, what did he say? He said something along the lines of, next time, don't bring them in unless you've put them into straps or something. Unless you've gone through, counted them out, and put them into straps, and then we'll take them. But he had to take them out of the straps anyway to run them through the machine to count them all. So he's giving me such a hard time about them not being in a strap. Because he kept asking me, he's like, all right, exactly how many are there? I'm like, I don't know. That's why I'm bringing them to you, so you can count them and deposit them into my account. And he was so mad about it. Like, he looked visibly annoyed, sounded annoyed, and he very clearly, with his choice of words, just annoyed. Like, this is half your job is depositing cash for people. It's either depositing cash or cashing checks. That's your job. And he's just so pissy. Like, what is your problem, dude? Like, all I'm doing is asking you to count these and deposit them when there's nothing else for you to do in here right now. It's not like it's the lunch rush, or I didn't come in at a weird time or nothing like that. You had your lunch or whatever. 41 Denver. So I don't know. So I'm tempted to just go back and bring him more out of spite. Yeah. I'm just, yeah, I like getting on people's nerves sometimes. It wasn't intentional the first time, but now, you know, now that I know it bothers him, that would be insane to get a full box of 1909 SVDB. You would be the luckiest person in the world. Karen doesn't want to do her job. Yeah, exactly. They're just being lazy, yeah. I see it as a win-win. I'm taking my banking to a small local bank, and I get the service that I've been looking for. Exactly. Anyone can just online bank with whatever bank they want. But if you're going into a bank, you want to be able to talk to people who are agreeable and nice and all that, right? Some banks get pissed when you pick up coins and return the same ones you went through, lol. Banks don't really like it when people do that. I got my banks warmed up to me, so they don't really care. But usually I dump at a different bank than when I buy from, so. A lot of people I speak to on here have a dump bank. They only dump their coins there. They never dump more again. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's when you say, "Can I have the regional manager's contact information, please?" Yeah, but I'm worried when if I ever say that they're gonna say, "Yeah, it's me." But I guess at that point you can just tell them straight to their face, like, "Hey, you're being kind of a dick," you know. I guess you can just straight out say that, like, "Dude, what is your problem?" Like, if you are the manager, you have no excuse, right? Literally, it's pushing me to go somewhere else, so. Oh, whoops. Let's just move. I'm sorry, someone just subscribed and I missed it. It didn't pop up on my screen, so I apologize for that. But thank you. Wait, hold on. Somebody Adventures, I'm sorry. John Chum, hey. It was you. Good to see you, man. Thanks for subbing, I appreciate it. I completely missed it on my end, but luckily I have a little test stream I can see it from. How you doing today? We're just chugging along here. We're having a good time. Oh, hey, Buffalo. That one's dated, so I'll show it. Use the crappy bank as your dump bank. Yeah, I'm gonna. So actually, interesting story about that as well. I'll tell it in a minute. I gotta catch up on chat here. I'm sorry, I've been neglecting you guys. I use a dump bank. They always seem to give me a hard time about it. But the good thing is there's nothing they can do about it. They may give you a hard time, but there's absolutely nothing I can do about it because you say, "Hey, I'm using my account here, you know, deposit this. You can't deny me my money." So jeez, some of these are bad. He's on his period, that's what it was, yeah. When I first started hunting, I went to all the branches around me. The Karens who didn't want to order boxes get my returns. Yeah, there you go. That's how you decide. You weed them out. No, this is the one bank that's giving me a problem. All the other banks, they're the nicest people ever. They're like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. Whatever you want, man. We'll get it to you." 66, 90, 74. Yeah, we got that Buffalo here. I'll bring it up to the camera in a second. Just going through the rest of these. It's nice. Got at least 2 Buffaloes and 2 Silvers this box. That's a nice balanced breakfast. 10, 18, 94, 07, 02. Okay. I take my tellers cookies, cupcakes, cake, donuts. Yeah, exactly. You gotta bribe them a little bit sometimes. When I got that really good $50 box with the 5 90%ers and the 17 40%ers, I brought them donuts the next day, and I brought the 90%ers in to show them. They loved seeing them too. They're like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, thanks for bringing it in." Yeah. So it's nice to have tellers that are they show a little bit of interest in it too. You know, that's nice. But yeah, you bring them treats every once in a while, and they're more than happy to do stuff for you. I subbed you. Hey, thanks, Brenda. I appreciate that. Yeah, they're coming in. Solid last name, Brenda. Brenda Shank. That's a powerful name right there. Oh, hey, I forgot the Buffalo. Here you go. It's a 36. Looks pretty nice. But then again, 36s should look nice. Don't see a mint mark on it. Don't think so. Nope. Looks pretty nice though. Got all the feet. No no leg varieties there. Just a good old 36 filly. The other one we have not shown the date on yet. We will do the guess on that one. So don't worry. You will get a chance to walk away with something today if you guess the right date. I bought the tellers cookies and ice cream. They actually took and were happy ever since I did it. Yeah. Oh shoot, a buffalo. Yep, that's my reaction too. They just pop out, you know, when you least expect them. It's like, hey, there's a buffalo. Got our first Canadian in here too. Weird, almost an entire box without a Canadian. 1994. Maple, anything I need to look for on those 94s? Our resident Canadian expert. I have just a few more rolls left, guys, and then you'll be able to take a crack at the Buffalo date up here. I got some interesting prizes. For those of you who weren't here at the beginning, I did a little show and tell of stuff I got at a coin show this weekend. And I picked up a bunch of little silver bars, little grams and stuff like that. So the plan is, if anyone nails the date right on the head, you get a different prize pool to choose from. And that prize pool should have silver and stuff in it. And some other more valuable stuff. Slightly more valuable stuff. It's still not anything extravagant, but hey, it's interesting. Your streams are getting busy, getting harder to keep up with the chat. Yeah, exactly. I was actually struggling there for a second. I missed a lot of things, so... most of it is you guys talking to each other, though, so I don't feel as bad. But I do try to chime in and, you know, when you guys are actually talking to me, I try not to miss anything, but... I appreciate you guys talking so much because it's nice that you can kind of keep yourselves entertained. I'm still trying, but you know, there's only so much I can do while actually going through coins and looking at the chat and then trying to think of, you know, what I'm actually or answers to the questions or responses and stuff. So, because I do still want to go through all these nickels. So, oh hey, 39. Double Monticello maybe. It's a filly. Still no double Monticello. We found this really nice 39 at the beginning. I should just show it here. It looks much better than that one. No double Monticello, but not a bad looking 39 at all. Love puns. I could have a field day with that one. Silver on the back of the buffalo. Nothing interesting about 1994. Thank you. Thank you. One of these days I'll actually know which ones have varieties and all that. But as of now, I don't run into enough to start memorizing them. But I will soon. But for now, I got you to help, so. I'm getting hungry for some Pizza Hut or Papa John's. Just pizza? Pizza in general? Pizza's not bad at all. Sounds good right now. But I had to make myself a nice... Hey, another buffalo. Right there. Looks like a no date, maybe. Another potential guesser. I made myself a nice fat... ham, cheddar cheese, lettuce, mayonnaise on rye sandwich. It's amazing. Nice fat sandwich. And I got free garlic bread from my local Stop and Shop. I guess they had a special or whatever. So toasted a little chunk of garlic bread to go with it. You know, bread on bread. That one you might kind of be able to see a date on. I might try to hide that one. We'll see. Might date guess that one too. Let's move our finds down here so you guys can see them. There we go. This is all collection stuff. This is the good stuff down here. The buffaloes keep coming. But hey, that's a herd right there. That's a herd. Where the hell is Otis? That's a good question. Where is Otis? Someone go find Otis. Go pull him in here. Maybe he's not used to the Monday streams either. Denver, 64. We're almost done. I got 3 rolls left here, and you guys can date guess the Buffaloes, and I'll pull the prizes out so you can see what they're going to be. So if you want to walk away with something for free tonight, stick around for just a little longer. You'll get your chance. 82, 86, 85. Coming up on the end of the box. And then we got to do a couple, we got to do some dollar bills. Because we haven't touched them yet. Really slacking tonight. 2 hours in, not even done with the first box. Right? Yeah. Show and tell time. Cut into it. Yes, Luke, we don't need you anymore. We talk amongst ourselves. Yes. Hey, if it worked. Ooh, that's good color. That might be old. Buffalo again? Nope. It's never the ones you expect. Not a buffalo. Not silver. Just a nice light nickel. Not a V. Yeah, I guess we're past the point where you guys need me. You guys just entertain yourself in the little chat window there. I'm just background noise at this point. I count that as a success, not a bad thing, so. Don't count it as a bad thing at all. 96, 2000, that's another 83. Still looking for that die break. Or whatever it is. That's a 64 Denver. I doubt I'll be able to actually see a repunch on that, but I'll try it. Another beauty 64. There's a lot of these. I'll take them. Nice and sharp. The edges are still sharp. It's like it was fresh out of the mint. 2 rolls left, guys. Almost there. What did I miss? Love me some Otis. Dang, you're lucky, Luke. Name of the channel. It's not a stampede yet, it's a herd. Anything more than a herd is a stampede, though. Well, according to our arbitrary and totally legitimate rules, more than 3 is a stampede. For the ones that don't have a date, how can you try and find the year? First off, good to see you, Jacob. Welcome in. There's really one good way of doing it, and it's this. It's called Nicodate. This is it's pure ferric chloride, iron chloride, and what it does, it's an acid, and it will start eating the top layer of the coin, and if you do it right, you will eat away the top layer and lift up the date from the nickel, and then you can neutralize the acid before it eats too far in, and you remove the date completely. Some nickels are so bad that they're beyond this, but this pretty much works wonders most of the time. So you can get it up. It's called Date Restorer, or Nicodate is the more common name for it, what people call it. You just put a little dot on there and neutralize the acid after a little bit, and then you can pull up a date. So if you want, what I'll do, if you're still around later in the stream, I'll do a demonstration on one of the no dates I have, because I think these are all dated. That's the clear 36, and this one is the date guess, and I'm not going to show you. That one's visible as well. We'll do a test one, just so I can show it off for you if you want. I love doing it, and I like practicing, because you want to make sure you only get it on the date area and try not to spread it around too much, because it is an acid. It eats the coin. And really, once you put nickel date on it, you kind of destroy the value. But if you don't know what the date is anyway, it's not worth anything regardless. So I don't mind nickel dating my own nickels. Some people will tell you never do that, but especially if it has a mint mark and it might be a key date, then I'm going to test it out, you know. I'll take the chance. Chat's going by way too fast. See some silver dimes online for sale. Oh, you're talking to Steven. Steven's the silver expert. Let him handle that. What do you think? Below melt is my favorite. Yeah, me too. Buffalo nickels are so exciting to find when you crack open those rolls. I like seeing them poke out. You see them right away. Same with V nickels. The edge looks different. You're like, yep, that's something special. So you can put on the clothes. Nickel date. Yep, exactly. Your picture. You're the one to ask when it comes to Constitution. Yep. Interesting. I might have to get some for my Buffalo nickels because I have 2 no dates. Yeah. Really, people will tell you not to do it, but I like doing it, you know. Hey, thanks for the sub, Jacob. I appreciate it. You know what I'll do? While people are date guessing, we'll do a demonstration just so you can see it. We'll show it off. This is the last roll of the box, by the way. I do like nickel dating, so I don't mind showing it off. Just give me a second here. We'll finish this roll. Mm, 2303,097, 1820. It's a Denver 64, 82, 2302, 86, 17, 2020. Okay, I think that was it. Yep. Box number 1, empty. All right. There we go. I heard of Stampede is a lot of them moving in on us. My speak to text sucks. I was wondering what was going on there. You have to be a professional with a broken pencil to make it happen. Scalpel. It's a scalpel. I nickel dated a standing Liberty. Bad idea. Just turned it black. Works great on nickel. Yeah, it's not... Yeah. You don't want to use it on silver. $8 for nickel date. I think that's about what I paid for my little bottle. This will last you forever if you're actually using it correctly. We've already nickel dated a couple dozen nickels, and it barely looks like it's opened. So you literally put 1 drop on every nickel. I might be around. I have to do something in 30 minutes, but I'll definitely be around more. Okay. I'll do a demonstration. Only works on nickels. If you don't test it, you'll never know. Well, I hope you like your ruined Standing Liberty now. People don't like acid on their dateless buffaloes are waiting for future technology that will reveal the date. Yeah, exactly. You can do it. Luke, Steve sent you a picture. Okay, I'll look at it. Okay, hold on. Where's my email? I closed it. Let me bring it back up. All right, people want to see stuff. All right. Oh, the possible giveaway. That's what people want to see from Steven? All right, here you go. There you go. There it is. On his Bigfoot mat. $2 half ounce pure silver proof. There it is. You happy, Deborah? There you go. Let me go get a little bowl of water for the nickel date. I'll let you guys look at that for a second. All right, bowl of water. Paper towel. Grab a drink. All right. After dinner, nick a date. Water is important. I sent the other side as well. Oh, okay. Let's see it. Hold on, let me close this real quick. Gonna zoom back out. Did you send the other side? I only see one attachment here, Steven. You're gonna have to send it again. It looks cool though. Nice half ounce. It's pretty. Okay, we'll do the nick a date demonstration. So, let me find one. I got a couple here. Let me find one that's a no date. That one? That one looks good. I think it's got a mint mark on it too. Let's try this one. I think this is a no date. I don't see much there. Put it under the microscope. Yeah, you're not really going to make a date out of that one. I think it has a mint mark though. That looks like a San Francisco. Correct me if I'm wrong. So it could already be a pretty good nickel, but we don't know what it is until we actually, nick a date it. Yeah, send me a. Let me know when you send it, Steven, and I'll pull it up. 1935, that's my guess. All right, this is not it's not the challenge one, guys, by the way. So that you guys are gonna be guessing this one, but this is just an example for the nick a date. Feel free, you can throw a guess out there, go for it. So here's what we're gonna do. It is a San Francisco, so it does have the potential of being a lower mintage. We like seeing mint marks, but here's what you gotta do. Let me back this microscope up so we can try to do it. I'm gonna try to do it on here so you can watch it happen. I don't think the lights haven't really been agreeable with under the microscope, so you might be able to not see the date lift as it goes, but you'll be able to see it after. So here's the deal, right? Once again, as a recap for people who are just in here and you're wondering what's going on, this is a date restorer for nickels. They call it nick a date. This is an acid. It's a ferric chloride. Don't drink it. Don't touch it. If you can avoid it, don't get it on your skin. Don't put it in your eyes. Don't sniff it. Don't snort it. Whatever. Don't touch it, basically. So what we do is we take our very steady hands, and our scalpel, our precision instrument, and what we're going to do is we're going to put one drop of this right where the date on the buffalo nickel is, or should be, and then we're going to move it around as needed, just a little bit with our little scalpel. If you're good at this, you won't need to move it at all, but we're not really that good. I'm getting better, but I don't think we're that good. So throw your guesses in just for fun. And let's see how close I can get this to right on the dot. That was a big drop by accident, so try not to do that. But basically, wherever that moves to, it's going to start eating. So that was way too much, unfortunately. But it will start lifting the top surface of the nickel off and eating it away. And what it will leave behind is some of that impression that the dye left where the date was. So that already looks like it has lifted just plenty. I can see it in person, but it doesn't want to show it under the microscope. The lights just aren't quite there. So once you start seeing it with your naked eye, lift the date, you take it off, and you neutralize it in water. Get plenty of water. This acid is now harmless. It's been neutralized in there. And and then make sure you don't spill or whatever like that. So that's all it takes, something like that. You just put a drop on it, you watch it, and as soon as the date starts to be visible, you take it off. That's it. Paper towel into the nickel. Yep, a little bit too much too late. Next time you decide it's way too much, maybe dip it in the water immediately. Yeah, I should do that, but this isn't that bad. So, there is a date on this one. There is a date on this. Let me see if anyone guessed it. 26, 35, 29, 37, 27, 19, 25, 26, 22, 31. One of you is 1 year over. 1 year over. See if you can see it by camera. Good job, NC. This is a 1918. So you can see how it lifted the date off. It still leaves kind of a shadow, but that's what it'll look like. You can see where the edge of the acid was. It went up into the braid and the neck. So it leaves a spot that's very visible. So you will know when something's been nickedated. It's pretty obvious. So this is a 1918 San Francisco. Let's take a peek at that. 1918 San Francisco. It's actually not a bad one. 4.8 million. It's a $20 coin in G4. This is technically below G4 because we nickedated it. But someone will probably pay $10 for it still, right? That's a good date. Maybe 5, but you kind of ruin it when you nickedate it, the price. But that is it's a good date. 1918 S. As long as we're all in agreement that that is an S and not a Denver. If it's a Denver... Actually, the Denver's worth more for some reason. Does anyone know why? It's twice the mintage, but apparently valued at more. I don't know the story behind that. Maybe someone here knows. Let me know. I'm pretty sure this is a San Francisco, though. Oh, too low. Bring it up here. Focus that. Focus that. That looks more like yeah, that's an S. That's not a Denver. So it's an 18S. I don't think I have one of those yet. But that's not a bad one. It would be better if we didn't nickedate it, but that's a good one. Can you nickedate the mint mark? You can, but I have had not as good results doing the mint mark. So if you can kind of make out what it is, it's better to just do it that way. But it'll work on the whole coin. Whatever you put that acid on, it will start eating. Like if you lose the word liberty or something on the edge, you can put acid on it and it'll lift some of that's been worn off. But it leaves this finish there. So it's very obvious that it was nickedated. Close. Dip the whole coin, then you won't see the acid spot. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. I haven't tested it. I don't know what that would look like. So, I guessed it would work, but way older than I thought. Yeah, that's potentially a good date, too. So, there you go. That was your demonstration on how to nickedate nickels. Isn't 1921S a good Buffalo year? It is very good. 1.5 million. It says in G4, $75 in the red book, and the red book is usually low. So it's calling our 1918S 4.8 million at $20 for a G4. The red book defines G4 as legends and date readable. Bison's horn does not show. So the date is not readable, so it's already worse than G4. This might be a $5 coin for someone to fill their collection with, but it'll probably just go in mine because I don't think I have an 18S anyway. But there you go. That is how you nickedate. These bottles, they're not like readily available on Amazon. Like it's not an Amazon Prime kind of thing, but you can get them on eBay for like $8. That's right. Or Wizard Coin Supply, I believe, has some. So check those out. And then This is neutralized acid, but I try to dump it out and rinse it out as soon as I can after, just so it doesn't ruin anything else, but it shouldn't. All right, let's give y'all a chance to win something, huh? Let's give y'all a chance. I think you should make a clip of that and turn it into a short. That's a good idea. Maybe I will. That is a good idea. So we'll keep this to the side. It's not part of the hunt. All right. What is your objective now? Since the first box is over, we walked away with 3 buffaloes, 2 silvers, an 09, and a Canadian, as well as a bunch of other, what do you call it? Collection stuff. This is the 36. This one is a barely legible date. I'm just saving it, but as I promised, you guys are going to guess this first one. So, here are the rules. For those of you who have not been here before, what we're going to do is you're going to guess the date of this buffalo without seeing it. I'm going to double check. It definitely has... Does it? Yes, it does. It has a legible date on the other side, just barely. Take that hint as you will, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to guess the date of this buffalo by just looking at the reverse. What the objective is to get as close to the date, if not right on it, without going over. If you're within 2 or the closest to it, you win the round. And when you win, you will have the choice between a couple prizes. Depending on if you are dead on the money or you are close, will depend on the prizes you can pick from. I will put 3 or 4 out here you can choose from. They range from silver certificates to steel penny sets. I have some other stuff I picked up from the coin show this weekend as well. And then if you're right on the money, one of the options will be to take a little silver bar home as well. So, this is your objective. I will zoom in nice and close on it, and then I will let you guys have free reign over it. Actually, if I back my microscope out, you might be able to get a good, better overall photo maybe? Doesn't fit the whole thing in it, that's the problem. I gotta do the book thing that someone recommended. But if you want me to move it around, let me know. I'll start with the top and then I'll move it down a little bit. So we'll start right there. So I'm going to put a message in the chat. Right underneath that message, you can start putting your dates in. If someone else put your date in before you, it's their date. No, you can't have the same date as someone else, okay? So it's whatever order they appear in my control room here. I will tell you who was first, if it comes down to that. Does it have a mint mark? No, it does not. This is a Philadelphia, okay? Flip it over to give me a better look, you sly dog. Not a chance. So give me just a second here. I will put a message in the chat, and you can put your guess underneath the message. I'll let you know, don't worry. And, okay, put that away. Alright, so it is a Philly. It looks pretty nice from the rear, but remember what I said about the date itself. You know, that might be a little hint there. Or I'm throwing you off, either way. So guesses go under the line. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. 19... Whoa. Alright, I got 2 25s. NC was first. Sorry, Joe. NC was first. Steven with the 35 Philly. Steven got 35 first. Sorry about that. Take another one. I just go by what it shows in my control room who got it first. Can you guess only once? It's whatever your second guess is the one I'm going to go with. You can't have multiple entries. You can change it. You just got to say change to whatever. You'll get one change. I'll give you guys a little bit, and then I'm not going to let you keep switching over and over again. Joe is at 1927 now, okay? But in my chat, I'm first, yeah. Sorry, Jacob. NC got that 35 first. 32, all right. Maple's going 1919, old school. All right. Let me start maneuvering some of your prizes over here. Maybe that's some incentive for people to jump in, you know? Prizes for today. I have a set of steel pennies, 43 Philly, Denver, San Francisco. We have a couple silver certificates from 1957. These are the blue seal, exchangeable for silver. We have some consecutive $1 bills, 105, 106. These are consecutives, one after the other. Another one, 12, 112, 113. This will be the if you're close pile, and if anyone is dead on the money, I will throw some of the silver bars out there. And then I got some miscellaneous coins and stuff that will also go out. Some of the coins will be available for this one. We just got purpley toned penny, 1966, uncirculated. I have a V-nickel here. It's a 1907. Might be able to pick from that. 1930 Italy. I was on the fence between keeping this one because it's actually in really nice shape. We got proof quarters. I got actually this one's not proof, just a nice Philly. 1966. We got a 77 proof dime. 86 proof quarter. This is a plated 2005 Philly. And a 1987 San Francisco. These are not the silver bar options. I am saving those. I'll take them out when someone actually gets it on the money. But plenty of things here. Plenty of interesting things here. I'll throw a couple out every time. But for now, they might be in the right on the money pool. Okay, I stay at 1930, 32, 19. Dang, Maple's a little low, I think. Oh, maybe. If that is a 1932 Buffalo, Luke's about to own an island, yeah. I won the Steelies before. You did? I got more. I wanted to guess 35, but someone else did. That's tough. What if someone guesses 1990? They can, if they want. I don't think you're going to win it, but you can try. Remember to like the channel, absolutely. All right, I'm going to close it up here in a few seconds. If everyone's done, everyone's happy. I'm going to keep this pile out, and then if someone happens to be right on the money, I'll take out the silver. Everyone good? I'll give you one last chance to change your guesses. One last chance. I guess I could show you the top. You know what? I won't do that now. You guys have already put your guesses in. So I could probably show you the top of the obverse, but I won't do that. Everyone satisfied? I have 1920, 1929, 1934, 26, 35, 25, 30, 27, 32, 19. 34 would be a solid. All right, I think we're done. I'm going to close it. Guesses are in. All right. From what I can read on this thing, I believe we have one person that is dead on. Dead nuts. We'll look at it together, but I'm pretty sure one of you nailed it right on the head. and you'll get to pick from some silver bars and stuff. Here we go. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it pretty well in that light. Call it out. You know who you are. Call it out. See when they figure it out. One of you nailed it. Waiting to see it. Gotta give them time. They're all a little slow. It's a 29. There it is, TPS. Good job, TPS. Right on the money. 1929. That shows up good under the microscope. I could barely make that out with my eyes. Good guess. All right. You can still pick from this stuff if you want to. But I imagine you might want to pick from these. Let me take the stuff off that's not getting picked from. Those there. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Those are mine. Sorry. I can keep those out though. Sorry, I gotta pick one of these for me to keep. I'll keep that one. Okay. You did a good job. So, you can still pick from this stuff, but I got a couple little silver bars here if you want to pick from. These are all 1 gram. And then any of those coins that I flipped through, if you're interested in any of those or want to see them again, let me know. I got V-nickels, we got the tone penny, the plated 05, a couple proof quarters, the proof dime. Take your pick. You're the big winner tonight, so you nailed it. I gotta go, but it was nice watching. Hey, Jacob, thanks for stopping in. I hope you had fun. We stream a couple times a week, so we should be here tomorrow night with some pennies. So if you got the time, come hang out with us. We'd appreciate it. I can zoom in on the grams if you want to see them. This is a seated Liberty copy. We do have the Buffalo gram. That would be appropriate, wouldn't it? Couple of Valcomies, a Mercury copy. Couple little things. Nice job, TPS. Right on the money. 1929, newer than the last one. Yeah, exactly. Well, we didn't have to nicodate this one, though. Almost spelled tips. Is that an American flag? This is an American flag one. The back says what it is, 1 gram, 999. And the front, good old American flag. American flag, the seated Liberty, Mercury, Buffalo, AK-47, and a couple of Alcomies 1 grammers. If you want to see anything under the microscope, just let me know. I'll throw them under there. There's the Valcomi, or Valcami. They're just little 1 grammers, but you can pick between those. Of course, you have the silver certificates, all the coins, and the steel wheat pennies as well. If you want, it is an American flag. I can throw that under here too. I actually got pretty good detail for something so small. That's very cool. I'll pick that if it's available. The American flag, you got it. Good job, TPS. American flag. I gotta get little baggies. This batch for this week, they won't get sent out until the end of the week, so I'll spend the week making sure I get little bags to put those in. Do I have a pile for you, TPS? I don't. I get to add you to my floor. I got sticky notes of the regulars down here on my floor, you know. But I get to put your name on it. I sent you something, didn't I, TPS? Did I send you something at some point? I don't remember. Let me write you down here. TPS. Nice. Put you over here. Little silver bar. Put it down there. And we'll throw the, well, it's dated. 29 Philly. I think I have one. I think I do. No, I don't. Okay. No, we're keeping it. Congratulations. You nailed it. Right on the head. $50 Make You Holla always does giveaways too. I won one of his giveaways. Yeah, I've heard that. I've watched a little bit of his stuff. Just a bit. But I make you guys work for it. So it's not just a giveaway, it's a contest. Good job. We'll put the silver away for now. I do have to be careful just throwing that stuff out because I should have bought more. I don't know why I didn't. I only bought a little bit, so I gotta be careful with giving those out. That's why it's only, dead on the money. Can't be giving them out all the time, But good job. Congratulations. Put that all back over there. Don't worry, you guys. We'll do one more guess from the second nickel box. If we don't find anything, we'll date guess this buffalo. That's the plan. So we still got the 36 and those ones. No, I haven't won. I just emailed you a bunch of times. Okay. Make sure I have your address that you want me to send it to, and so you can just send that to me in the email, and I will get that out to you by the end of the week. Okay, Steven sent me a photo of the other side of the Ultra Cameo Double Eagle. So there you go. You guys take a look at that. His potential giveaway ½ ounce of silver. It is pretty pretty. I'll give you that. Alright. Next phase here. We gotta go through some $1 bills, I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Let me put the collection stuff over to the side here. That's gotta get cleaned. Move the silver and the buffaloes out of the way just for now. And we'll start doing some dollar bills, looking for some star notes. And then we'll get into the second nickel box. It's gonna be a long night, I'm thinking. So there you go. That's what Steven is planning on potentially giving away. 100 subs. Alright. Just a second here. We're going to start with our first strap. I'm going to have to do a 200 sub giveaway, aren't I? Yeah. We're at 194. What should I give away? Alright. Let's get going here. So, for those of you who have not been around while we've done dollar bills, mostly looking for star notes, and then any kind of cool serial numbers, really. Birthdays, radars, repeatings, binaries. We're also looking for errors, so if we flip these over and one is upside down, we know we got an error there. Printing errors, stuff like that. That's the plan here. So I'm going to take a couple. We'll start right here. We've been doing pretty decent on the quality of star notes so far. We've only just started doing these. We already found one of the lowest, or the rarest star notes out there. It was a 60,000 run or an 80,000 run. So we have one of 80,000 out there. We also found some of the duplicate ones where they printed two by accident in Fort Worth and in Washington. So there's a twin out there somewhere for those. Just got to find it now. That might technically, it's not really a birthday. But really what I'm looking at when I'm looking these over, in case anyone's wondering, first thing I look at is where it was made. The G, I'm making sure that matches the first letter of both serial numbers. And then I'm making sure that both of these letters are matching, making sure the serial numbers are the same thing. Then I'm looking at the date. I'm seeing if it's pre-2000. Then I am, after all that, and I decide there's nothing interesting in the serial number, I flip it over, make sure one is facing the right way, and there's nothing weird going on the reverse, and then I move on. So I check here, 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 serial number, date, flip it, nothing. So if anyone's interested, that's what I do. Quite a few like Chicago ones in here, but you'll know a fancy serial number when you see it too. It jumps out at you. It really does. And obviously we're looking for the little star at the end. If there's a star instead of a final letter, then we got a star note. LL, nothing there, 2021. Flipping them over, checking. Because I got into a good conversation with a guy at the coin show this weekend. He had a lot of error bills, and I learned a lot from him. I had a good time talking with him. So I think error notes kind of go unappreciated sometimes. They're easy to miss. I think a lot of people don't look at their bills at all. And there's a lot out there that you can find. If you just give it a quick few seconds to check them over, look for anything out of the ordinary. And there's also one of these straps here has a bunch of new bills in it, so we'll be able to see if we can pick out some consecutives, see how many in a row we can get. 2013, nothing there. So if you're taking your time with these, it can take a little bit, but there are quite a few bills out there that even just star notes that can be worth a good bit of money if you pick the right ones out. And they don't even have to be star notes. Like if you get a good serial number, some of them are very collectible. You just gotta look for them. Spend a little bit of time. That's why whenever I get change back from cash, I'm inspecting my bills. Because you never know when you'll turn $1 into 40 or 50, just by looking at it. So even if it's just $10, that's $10 more than you had before. KB 2021, 13. Started to look interesting. That's why I can get a little quiet while doing bills, because there's a lot more I have to look at than just a date on coins. Because you don't want to throw away something good. So it might not be as exciting, but I think there's some interesting stuff in here. I hope you find an extremely valuable dollar bill. Me too. Is it possible to find a dollar bill that is off-center printed, kind of like how a coin is off-center struck? Yes, actually. Usually what will happen is it will be cut. It won't have this much space on the border. It'll be cut really, really close, and then it'll be nice and thick on this edge. Those are collectible, and they are worth money. So it is important just to look at the margins when you're looking at bills. So yes, it is very possible. But it's not that they're printed off, because they're printed in one giant sheet. They're just cut wrong. They cut them in the wrong spot. But yes, that is very possible. So what they do is, for those of you who are unfamiliar with how bills are made, they're printed 3 times, each one. The first time, it goes through, and they print the background. This is the gray and the white that we see. The Washington $1, the border, all the words, everything like that. All the gray gets printed first. Then they come through, and I think they stamp them first. Then they stamp them. Then they'll get fed through again, and the serial number is stamped. I can't tell, I don't remember if one of the serial numbers gets stamped with the seal at once, or if they're stamped together. But yeah, I know it's stamped 3 times. So you can get some potentially interesting errors. Because it has to get fed 3 times, and then they're cut and all sorts of stuff, it isn't just a 1 stamp and then that's it. If it was a 1 stamp, our errors would be very few and far between, and they wouldn't be that interesting. But these are fed through the machine multiple times, so they have plenty of opportunity to get messed up. Gotta flip these back and forth a couple times, apparently. I found a birthday note with my birthday when I turned 24. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Haven't found my birthday yet, but then again, I just kind of started, so I'm sure we'll find something interesting. Out of the, we've only done, what, maybe $2,000 so far? I just started doing these. I picked up dollar bills on a whim one day the other week, and then we just started going through them. We've only done about $2,000, but we've picked out some really cool stuff. Some rare stuff, too. Valuable things. Too bad I won't sell it. It's almost a birthday, 1977. Where's Steven? Was it 77, Steven? It wasn't 73, was it? No, it was 77, right? There we go. It's kind of a, not quite a birthday though. The 0 messes it up there. It's in the wrong spot. AB, HA 2021. Five, 8, 6, 9, 8, 9. There. Email sent to your secret email address. Thank you, TPS. Let me just make sure I have it. Okay, I got it. Maryland, right? I will read the rest of your email after, sorry. I was just checking to make sure the date was there and right. 228440 LN 2013. Nothing on the back. Okay. Need to start a stamp collection too, or sports card. I have a bunch of stamps. I have a bunch of stamps. They're just not organized or anything. Basically, I went into this little shop a while back, earlier this year, and I saw in this case the guy had these, just a couple of really old stamps. Well, relatively old stamps. And I said, you know what, how much for those? I talked him down to, I think I paid like $4 for a couple of them. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, these are pretty cool. I'm gonna hold on to them. Then I bought a bag of stamps at a thrift store, and then Maple sent me a bunch from Canada. So I have a lot of stamps. I don't really know what I'm looking at for the most part. I just like picking out the ones that are interesting to me. But yeah, I have stamps. I don't know if I can call myself collecting them yet, but I have them. Right? No star notes yet. Correct, gotcha. Gotta hold on to silver coins because I see that silver is slowly going up in value, but it fluctuates up and down. Silver's been going up for decades, so it goes up slow, and everyone says, oh, you know, I just don't have the money right now, I can't spend that much on it. Yeah, but I remember just a few years ago, silver was $20 an ounce, and telling myself, oh, that's too much money. Now if I see silver at $20 an ounce, I assume it's fake, because that's way too cheap. So it's like gold. It'll always appreciate if you just give it time. It's like investing in the market overall. It'll slowly climb if you're patient. It's a good hedge against inflation. You know, it's precious metals will always have value. Just remember that. So you just slowly stack them over time, dollar cost average your investment, and you'll be sitting pretty one day. It's not a bad retirement plan either. Although I'm feeling that by the time I do have to retire and sell all my silver, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Get pretty attached to it. We got a stamped one. Where'sgeorge.com. This is a tract bill. Say if someone wants to plug it in, Where's George, go for it. That's the serial number right there. Where'sgeorge.com. You can tell them where the bill is right now. HHB. There's some crayons in this one. Oh, grab two there. This one got kind of beat up. I like to unfold these because I feel like the machines won't count the dollar. And then I get shorted $1 when I return it to the bank. There we go. A little bit better. Just a little bit. These are all messed up. This is a 2009. Wish they were low mintage like the coins. During my last meeting of my coin club, I was told that if you invested in gold 25 years ago, it would have averaged 10% compounded annually. Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. You compare that to some, like, IRAs and stuff like that, and you can see why people invest in metal. Because don't get me wrong, having an IRA or a Roth IRA or 401k, it's a good thing to have. You gotta still diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. But people often forget metals. They go for stocks and IRAs or 401ks, and they forget about metal. The nice thing about metal too is you have it physically. It's a tangible asset. Whereas if society collapses tomorrow, your Roth IRA doesn't do you much good, does it? Not that your metals will either, in some cases, but if I should say more, if the whole market collapses tomorrow, right? And you lose your job or something like that, at least you have tangible metal that you can liquidate. I'm not saying any of that's going to happen, but hey, it helps to not have all your eggs in one basket. I'm a believer in Roth IRAs. I have one myself. And it's nice that it's, it's not taxed or anything, because it's off taxed income already. A couple fives in there. Not good enough, though. Not for me. I bought a Where's George stamp? Really? I didn't know you could buy them. You stamp every bill you find. I found a $5 bill the other day where someone drew a woman's lips and earrings and made Lincoln look all feminine. Poor guy. Poor guy. Gold and silver is good insurance when things go bad. You could trade a silver quarter for a loaf of bread if it gets really bad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're not hoping for that, but at the worst, you can use it for that, and at the best, it's a good retirement fund. You know, because it's an appreciating asset. Generally, over time, even with fluctuation in short term, it will go up over time. Same thing with like S&P 500 and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it has its up and downs, but if you look at it over a long period of time, it's always trended nice and steadily up. So just being in the market will, will pay off for you. If you don't look short term, you gotta look long term. I guess that's a life lesson in multiple areas too. If you look to the long term, everything just works out usually. Most of the time, trends up. Didn't they use silver and gold and traded for goods and services back in the day? Yep, exactly. Oh, hey, Starno. I was looking at the screen. Yeah, they did. That was back when gold and silver were closer to, an actual dollar, for an ounce or whatever. But, yeah, there's actually legitimate printed American currency. You can find it in the Red Book here, where it wasn't actually, it wasn't considered bullion. This was actual money. Here, I'll show you. Because, you got your gold bullion stuff, right? That the government mints, stuff like that. This is just chunks of gold, right? But the United States they printed these gold pieces. For example, these quarter eagles, they were $2.50. These are solid gold. What was their weight? 4.8 grams of gold, which back then would have been about $2. Nowadays, 4.8 grams is a couple $100, but these were actual United States coins. This was a $3 coin, Indian Princess, 1854, 1899. A capped bust, draped bust, Stella. These are half eagles. But you can still buy these today. They're more for bullion now, but these used to be actual government issued currency, gold pieces. The Indian heads are probably the most popular, these $5 half eagles or the 2.5s. But you can buy these. And they're beautiful coins. They're solid gold. These are $20 coins, double eagles. So, and they did the same thing for silver. You got your Morgan dollars and peace dollars, stuff like that. The Walking Liberty silver half dollars. Luke, I just sent you a picture of a dollar bill I found in the 1980s. Okay, I'll pull it up in a little bit. Just remind me again. Great life advice, thanks. Soon a gallon of milk will cost $20 and you'll need an ID to buy it. Yep, but it'll feel normal. It'll feel normal. In 1971, the dollar stopped being backed by gold and silver under Richard Nixon. Yep. In 1950, you could buy a gallon of gas for a silver quarter. Today, the same 1950 silver quarter will buy you a gallon of gas from its silver continent. Yeah? But in 1950, it was, you're buying the gallon of gas for 25 cents. But now you're buying it for the $6 in silver. Anyway, here's the star note. 2013. It's the H from St. Louis, Missouri. So this is not the duplicate 2013s. You're looking for the New York printed ones. It'll have a B here and B in front of the serial numbers, but a star note is a star note. We're going to take it, and we will check to see, we'll look up the serial number after to see if we have anything special here, like maybe a low print run or something like that. But for now, we'll take that. First star note. It was in the first strap. That's good. We didn't go a strap without nothing this time, or with nothing this time. Last time it took us $400 just to find them, and then they all came at once. Might be the only one in here. Let's see. It's looking like it. Yep. Okay. First $100 done. One star note. We'll take it. The first H in that star note is interesting. Looks like it's in bold print on both sides. Sorry, the 5, not the 8. Yeah, the 5. Yep. Looks like there's a bit of extra ink on there or something. They do look bold. Actually, it's a bit bigger than the other ones too. You can see the top of the 5 is over the 3 and the 4. It's actually over the whole line. But the bottom is in the same spot. It is like a bold 5. It's an over-inking, I believe, what they call that. You can kind of see the original 5 in there. It's a little bit darker. Actually, I have a microscope. What am I doing? You can see the original 5 in there, and then where it bled out. You can, yeah. It just bled a bit taller. I keep forgetting I have I have a microscope. Let's look at this one. Yeah. A little bit of extra ink on the 5. That's interesting how it's only on that 5 though too. Very cool. First star note. Take our stack, put it away, and we move on. Alright, we'll set that aside for now. We gotta crack into this nickel box. We gotta get moving on. Or since it's already been 3 hours, we can do another strap of $100, and then we can save these nickels for later this week. I might do that. Because I'm going to stream tomorrow night, and then I'll stream Thursday, so let's just do that. Let's take it easy. Have you ever found an insufficient inking error? Not yet. I've only looked through probably $2,000 so far. So I am new to these ones so far. So haven't found insufficient inking. We found excessive, but, well, a little bit excessive, just a tiny bit. Nothing extreme, but no insufficiency yet. But I know what they look like. I know the signs, so. Every other, no, it's not. That's not right, yeah. Never mind. I was going to say every other number is a 3, and that's not right at all. I just can't, I'm just stupid. 2017, GGG, 2029. Austin. There's another track. Oh, from Norwalk. It's kind of near. Nah, same state as me. Not quite. Not quite near me, though. Almost an interesting one. Another tracker. 2013 FFL. It was well on its way to a binary. The 289 messed it up. A repeating binary would have been nice too. Big money. But nope. Not quite. Nope. Bunch of 8s. Not interesting enough though. 229, 64, 64, 9. J. Kansas City. Oh, 1974. It's an oldie. I like that. Shame it's damaged, but we try to save the old ones. We're gonna save it because it's old. Rescue it from circulation. You can rest now. You've done your job. 1974. That's 51 years old. Did good. Did good. BBG. I researched a story about the Henning nickel. It was a really interesting story. Yeah, that's I like sending people to, giving people the homework to look that up. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting guy too. Got some lucky 7s. I usually like to get more than 4 though. If you get 5 of a kind, that's a bit more interesting. I mean, maybe people like the 7s though. Let me just check. Let's just check real quick. Where am I going? eBay. Filter by sold. Huh. That's weird. Why did this one go for $15? Maybe it's brand new. And it looks pretty crisp. Oh, maybe because the 7s are in front. Oh, it's in a little case too. That's why. But yeah, they're going for like $3, $4. It's not really worth the effort. Yeah. That one's more interesting, but yeah, not enough. Send it away. That was nothing there. TPS says to check out the racketeering nickel story. The phrase, "I'm just joshing you," comes from it. Check it out. HB, yep. GGC. 15. KB. GA. And of course, if I miss something that you guys see, let me know. Start screaming and shouting, I'll see it. Maybe. Went in the bank the other day and I looked at a $100 bill that I received. Seemed kind of off, but when I put it up to the light, I realized something. It was a $10 bill made to look like 100. Really? Someone counterfeited a $10 bill into a 100. Really? What did the bank do? Did you say something? Don't they look completely different? I'm not sure how you get the... Oh, or was it a little older maybe? Because those new ones are different colors and stuff. Or was it a really good counterfeit? Mm-hmm. 2009. A couple more here. Have to only accept coins from now on. Went home and I just kept it. It was a $19.99 bill. Wow, okay. So yeah, before they did the different colors then. That was before, right? Those hundreds. This one was very crinkly. Chain. It was a $19.99 $100 bill on front, but when you put it up to light, it was Alexander Hamilton instead of Ben Franklin. Huh. Really interesting. Wonder if they tried like printing over it then or something. So that it kept the, like it was like the real paper, but they tried putting their own ink on it, over inking it. I guess that might fool some of those markers, right? Because the markers test the paper. Oh hey, another star note. Got a 2021, bit creasy, from Chicago, Illinois. Don't think there's anything special in these 2021s, but we'll give it a look. Oh, where's my other one? It's up here. Forgot about that. Let's just do this. Keep the stars there. Nice. 2 for 2 right now. See if this strap puts us above average, maybe. Stranger things have happened. This one's very bold. Three, 4, 3, 2, 3. Oh, I got tired reading that. A little bit of smudgy ink on this one. Don't think it's enough of an ink smudge to really do much though. Kind of need streaks. Not really seeing anything too interesting serial number wise, but at least the stars are here. Got tape on this one, 2009, San Francisco. Oops. Making a mess. A couple 8s. Let's look up 8, see if people are doing 8 instead. Sure. Isn't it the 8s that the Chinese say are lucky? I don't know if it's really worth keeping. It's neat though. This one was folded interesting. Zigzag. F. All right. Done with strap 2. I think I'm gonna call it a night there, guys. We'll pick this up again tomorrow, though. Don't you worry. We'll probably finish off the nickels, do more bills, and then if we have time, maybe break out the pennies. But for now, I think we're going to call it good. Let me just see. Let me pull up what Deborah sent me. Dollar I found as a cashier when I was a kid. Where is it? There it is. Oh, yeah, that's some real over-inking. This is what Deborah found as a kid. Real ink smear there. I was looking at this side, I'm like, oh, it doesn't, really look like anything going on. Nothing too interesting, but yeah, that's interesting for sure. Big old blotch on it. People like these, they'll collect these. Good eye, good pick. Nice pick. All right. I think we're gonna call it good there, though. Oh wait, let's look up the star notes first. Let's look up the star notes. Then we'll call it good. All right. Let's bring this back up. There we go. Here's our numbers. Let's check this top one first. We have a 2021 $1 bill. G 01518. Whoops. 8691. Forget to put the star in there. Look it up. Less rare, less rare. Regular 3.2 million. Okay, nothing crazy on that one. That was a 2021. This first one is a 2013. That one is an H. Ooh, don't hit the light. 045 32155. Less rare, 3.2 million. Okay, nothing crazy on that one. So nothing super interesting, but Star Notes nonetheless, still collectible. So nothing too interesting. Thanks for the stream and thank you for the reward. Hey, you're very welcome. You earned it, right on the money. Wait a minute, double box? Yep, the stream is a lie. Yeah, nope. We started a little late, and that first box took too long to get through, so I'm going to call it here. I could just leave the stream running until tomorrow, but it'll just be a black screen. So then it won't be a lie. My teller sold me a $100 bill from 1934. Can't find the serial number in the book. Really? 1934. Not a silver certificate. It's a dollar bill, or the $100 bill. Let's see if I can help you. That's gold. $1934B. A. Another page there. There it goes. 1934B. Oh, where was it printed? What city was it printed in? Is it just a plain $100 bill? Is it a green seal or is it something else? Boston, Philly, Cleveland, Richmond. They got stars in Richmond and Atlanta. A couple other places. Good vein there. Pretty low printed. Richmond. Got actually, you can see this from there, right? Can I just bring this down? There you go. Here's what I got. 977,000. It's not a star note, right? And then there's your metrics for grade. I don't know what you're sitting on, but that's what my book says about it. I don't know if that helps at all, but this doesn't really go into specific serial numbers. It just goes into how many they printed in each run. But this is the actual number for it. So if you want to look that up, you can, I guess. See if you can get more information off of it with the, what are these called? Not Friedman numbers? Is that what they're called? F2154E. It's your Richmond one. 977,000 printed. I imagine these are worth a little bit more than the Richmond ones because of mintage, but apparently these Atlanta star notes are worth big money. But also these values should be taken with a grain of salt anyway, because the books are never right. It's supposed to give you a ballpark. Just a rough ballpark. Something I did want to check while I have this book out. I'm looking in the Standard Guide to Small Size U.S. Paper Money 6th edition. I have the Red Book 8th edition for United States paper money. But while I have this book out, I wanted to look up that star note that it was actually rare that we found. The $1. It's 2013 B run, or Boston, or sorry, New York. 2013 series. doesn't say anything about value this new. So they don't have that one yet. So, oh, well, I guess they have the duplicates. No, they don't. Well, these 13 B's from New York, some of these were printed both here and here, but they don't reflect that. They don't reflect that here. But I guess you can see the actual star note runs, but Oh. Mine gives the serial number range. The $100 has a higher number than what is listed. Huh. Yeah, I am by no means an expert in paper money, so I'm still learning. I cannot help you there, unfortunately. But we did $200. We pulled out 2 stars and a 1974. So we're going to keep those, even though the 74 is not pretty at all. And then as for nickels, 3 buffaloes, 2 silvers so far, a 2009 and a Canadian. We will pick that up tomorrow and finish the other box. And we'll have more. I still have a bunch of bills to go through. So some of these look to be brand new. So we'll see if we got some consecutives in there. I'm betting we do. But cutting us off for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I had fun. Hope you did too. Hope I was helpful. But it was nice talking to you guys. I had fun tonight. So I'll be back tomorrow night, though. We're gonna probably just do the same thing here, and then if we do go through everything, then we'll start on the pennies. I'm hoping to get some hand wrap stuff by this Thursday, but we'll see. Sometimes my banks just don't have them, so I'll keep checking. I will keep checking, but have a good night, everybody. It was a good stream, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.